Essex. They were all Chinese nationals, and that's resonated with the community here in London, with vigils and services taking place. Victoria Hollins is in Chinatown for us this evening. Victoria.
Assad, there have of course been huge changes in Soho in recent years, but there is still a sizable Chinese community in this part of London. And whilst there are a few visible examples of the impact of today's news, that the 39 victims were found to be from China, the impact has been significant on the community. Earlier on, I was at a vigil that was being held outside the Home Office, where refugee groups had gathered. Many people were paying respect, candles were lit, speeches were given, but there was also criticism of what some called the hostile environment for refugees here. There were calls for action by the British government to help, particularly from those with Chinese heritage, who were very keen to see the Chinese and British governments work together.
I hope that the British government at least do the decent thing, is to help the victim's family to identify the victims and return their body home.
And this keeps happening. You know, it happened in Dover, 58 people in the back of a lorry. Happened in Morecambe Bay with the cockle pickers, and it's happened again. And I can't. And we get this kind of stigma, and just die in rowing boats, in the back of lorries, drowning, it's suffocating, it's disgusting, frankly.
Well, that really summed up a lot of the anger that was felt about the manner in which these people had met their deaths. And there was a lot of concern that relatives, when they're identified, would be properly dealt with. Now, we do know, of course, that this is now Essex Police's largest ever murder investigation. And we've been told tonight that the first of the 11 victims have been taken from the container by private ambulance to the mortuary at Broomfield Hospital, where further investigations will be carried out. And of course, the jigsaw pieces started to be put together as to who these people were and what their story was.
Okay, Victoria.